Hello everyone. Today we will discuss a very famous problem called 2-sum. What is it exactly? Given an array of integers, we have to return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to a specific given target. For example, we have this given integer array with value 2, 3, 4 and target sum 6. So what are we going to do is we are going to find two numbers such that they add up to a given target sum 6. So in this particular example, we see that the 2 and 4 value results into 6. So their corresponding indices are 0, 2. Hence, we return the integer array with 0 and 2 value. There are various approaches to solve this problem. One of the simplest approaches, also known as brute force approach, is to iterate through each element of a given array and find if there is another value that is equal to target sum minus element. So let's try to understand this with the help of an example. So we are taking the same example. In the given integer array, we start with a value 2 and index equals to 0. Now what we will do? Now we look for its complement, that is target sum minus 2. The value equals to 4. So that we can have a target sum of those two values. And eventually we find that on index 2. That's why our output integer array have value 0 and 2. Okay, let's have a look at the code for the brute force approach. So in this code, for each element, we try to find its complement by looping through rest of the array. So its time complexity is order n square. As for each element of the given array, we are iterating the rest of the array. To improve our runtime complexity, we need a more efficient approach to check if the complement exists in the given array. If the complement exists, we just need to look up its index. So what is the best way to maintain a mapping of each element in the array to its index? A hash table or hash map. Try to understand this hash map approach with the help of an example. So in this approach, we are going to do two iterations of the given integer array. In the first iteration, we will add each element's value and its index to the map. And then in the second iteration, we will check if each element's complement exists in the given map. So we start with the first iteration of the given integer array. We iterate and populate the hash map. So this is our hash map with key and value. Key corresponds to the value at index I and value corresponds to the index I. We iterate and populate our hash map. So this is our hash map. Now again we iterate our given integer array and this time we find the complement of each element of the given array and we check whether our map contains that complement. So now we check whether map contains this complement and we see that it does not contain. So we move forward in the array and now again we calculate the complement corresponding to the value 4 and we check whether this complement is present in the map. Yes, it is. So we retrieve the value at corresponding key and also we retrieve the value of I from the array. So that we have this output of 1 and 3 indices. Okay, I hope that you all understood this concept. Now let's go to an IDE and write the code. So I've already created a class called 2sum. Let's get started with creating a function. Public static and return type integer array. Let's give it a name, find indices, and we will have two input parameter. The first one is an integer array and the second one is target sum. Both are of integer type. So the very first step would be to create a hash map. So in a hash map, the key and value are of integer type. Now we iterate the integer array to populate the hash map. Simple for loop. So we are done with the first iteration and populating the hash map. Now we will do the second iteration and follow the same for loop. In the for loop, we will calculate the complement. target sum minus nums of I. And now we will check whether our map contains this complement. If map dot contains if it contains, we return the array with a value I and map dot get complement. And if array does not have such values, we return the negative values. Okay, now let's try calling this method. Let's take any array and pass this as an input parameter. Okay, now let's say target as 6. Okay, now let's print the output. So we have these printing statements. Now let's save and run the code. And we get the expected output as 0, 1. So we see here that the sum was 6 and the 2 and 4 are the corresponding values of 0 and 1 indices. So that's why our output is 0, 1. Okay, now let's handle the edge cases. So we will consider two cases. The first one is the null case and the second one is if the length of the given array is less than 2, because we need minimum 2 indices to find out the sum. So let's handle that. And here we have if the given array is null or if the length is less than 2, we will return the values as negative indices. And okay, now let's discuss about its time complexity. For space complexity, as we see that we are using extra space in terms of hash map and we are putting the entire array of n elements into the hash map. Hence the space complexity would be order n, where n corresponds to the number of elements present in the array. For the time complexity, we see that we are using two loops, but they are individual and independent loops and we are iterating the each element of array exactly once. And all the map functions are order 1. So the total time complexity for this particular code is order n. So we are almost done here. There's a little assignment for you all. I have intentionally left one error in this code. So if I try running this code with this particular test case, let's see what happens. So I don't get the expected output. The expected output is 1 and 2. So let's just try fixing this error and let's catch up in the next video. Till then, happy coding and keep smiling.